Now what I've done is taken the fiberglass, which is, this is the whole sheet minus a little bit of area, and I've rewound the central core and then put it back in the pipe, and you can still see the edges here, which I haven't cleaned. What's interesting about this is one thing I didn't know. This was a nice little instructions that Moose Racing gives. I've never dealt with them before, but it says a well-packed silencer, which is this core, gives you more than just a quiet engine. The exhaust system back pressure, which makes sense, and tailpipe effective diameter are both critical to engine performance. Over time, the filaments in your bike's muffler becomes fractured and break off, leaving less and less glass in here. So what it says is that the packing that remains becomes clogged with oily carbon. Everyone knows this leads to a noisy bike, which is correct. But what it also says is that the engine was designed to use a tailpipe with specific dimensions, length, and diameter. As we go over to my first coat of ceramic paint here, and you can see the length and diameter. As the muffler packing wears out, the stinger diameter, which is the muffler part right here, increases since the exhaust gases are no longer contained within the perforated pipe, or that little tiny core area right here. This core area you can see with all the little holes in it. This leads to very noticeable peaky and erratic power bands. So the effects of a blown out muffler are similar to those of a worn out piston, but with Moose Racing premium grade fiberglass, they're a whole lot easier to repair. Now that makes sense, because if there is supposed to be a certain amount of back pressure here to keep a certain amount of back pressure in the expansion chamber, then if your muffler silencer part has got too much volume in it, then the pipe doesn't work correctly. But I didn't know that, and thanks to Moose Racing, and you can see where I've taken my JB weld right here, and I painted first coat of silver on it, and I've gone all around here and repaired all the gaps and everything, and hopefully it might work, it might not, who knows. But I'm not a welder, and I'm not going to go spend a fortune to have somebody put a big hole in my pipe, and I can't swim over to Hawaii and get a new one. So the muffler is packed, brand new packing. I'm going to do a little work here. I'm going to drill a hole in that. You can see it feels real tight, but this explanation is very good. Maybe my bike wasn't working too well because of the muffler. I never thought about that, but I learn something new every day. And that's the fun part of these little bikes, is learning something new every day. And of course I'm going to take my silver here. I'm going to give this one last shot of ceramic. It's kind of weird. It comes out like a silver speckly sand. That's basically what I could kind of like a dry sand, but it's real smooth. You don't want to clean any of the stuff, lacquer thinner, your pipe or anything like that, because it'll take that paint right off. Okay, that's the end of our muffler two-stroke tips and tricks.